Picture this. You're standing in a room, the air heavy with tension, and someone asks you a question. It sounds so innocent, so soft, like a gentle breeze brushing past. But deep down, a quiet alarm in your gut whispers, something's not right. You answer, hesitantly, and before you know it, you're tangled in a web of doubt, second-guessing yourself, apologizing for things you didn't do. Sound familiar? Welcome to the subtle, sinister art of the liar. They don't just deceive with words, they wield questions like weapons, designed to twist your reality and leave you questioning your own truth. Today, we're diving deep into the 5 most dangerous questions liars use to manipulate and control you. These aren't just random phrases, they're calculated moves, honed over centuries, to trap you in a game you didn't even know you were playing. But here's the good news: you can outsmart them. Drawing from the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, I'll show you how to spot these traps, respond with unshakable calm, and reclaim your power. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with tools to ensure you're never anyone's pawn again. So, grab a notebook, stick with me until the end, and let's unmask the art of deception together. Oh, and if you find value in sharpening your mind and strengthening your spirit, hit that subscribe button. It's not just for me, it's for you, so you never miss a lesson that could change how you navigate the world. Blank. Blank. Question. Why are you being so sensitive? It starts so subtly, doesn't it? A gentle tone, maybe even a smile, as they lean in and ask, why are you being so sensitive? At first, it feels like concern, like they're worried about you. But pause for a second. Feel the weight of that question. It's not curiosity, it's a dagger, cloaked in kindness. What they're really saying is, you're overreacting, you're weak, the problem isn't me, it's you. Have you ever been there? Maybe in a relationship, you called out a hurtful comment, only to be met with a chuckle and, oh, you're just too sensitive. Or at work, you raised a red flag about a shady decision, and someone brushed it off with, don't overreact, it's just business. That moment stings, doesn't it? It's like a punch you didn't see coming. Because this question isn't about understanding you, it's about dismantling you. It's a gaslighter's opening shot, designed to make you question your instincts, to strip away your greatest defense, your awareness. Let's paint a picture. Imagine a financial analyst, poring over spreadsheets late at night, spotting tiny inconsistencies in the numbers. She raises the alarm, only to be mocked as paranoid by her colleagues. Months later, those small inconsistencies unravel a multi-million-dollar fraud. Or think of a woman who notices her partner's tone has shifted, colder, more distant. When she asks about it, she's dismissed as overly emotional. But later, she discovers the betrayal she sensed all along. In both cases, their sensitivity wasn't a flaw, it was a superpower. It was their radar for danger, picking up signals others missed. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, once said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Manipulators know this. They plant seeds of doubt in your mind, nurturing them until you start believing you're the problem. They want you to see your sensitivity, your ability to feel deeply, to notice what's off, as a weakness. But here's the truth. Sensitivity is not weakness. It's clarity. It's the ability to see cracks in the foundation before the whole house collapses. So, how do you respond when someone tries to weaponize your awareness against you? Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic master, gives us the answer. If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change, for it is truth that I seek, not victory. A genuine person, someone who values you, will never shame your perception. Only those hiding something fear your clarity. So, the next time someone asks, why are you being so sensitive? Don't take the bait. Don't argue. Don't defend. Instead, look them in the eye and say, calmly, I'm not being sensitive, I'm being observant. Does that make you uncomfortable? One simple sentence, and you'll see the mask slip. Their reaction will tell you everything you need to know. Blank. Question. You trust me, right? Oh, this one's a classic. It's delivered with such warmth, such sincerity, that you almost miss the trap. You trust me, right? They ask, their voice soft, their eyes wide with innocence. But let's be real, this isn't a question. It's a test. A manipulator's way of putting you on the spot, forcing you to prove your loyalty while they sidestep accountability. It's like being handed a rope and asked to tie your own noose. Think about it. Have you ever been asked this in a moment that felt off? Maybe a friend borrowed money and promised to pay it back. But when you asked for an update, they hit you with, "You trust me, right?" Or in a relationship, when you questioned a suspicious text on their phone, and they flipped it with, "What, you don't trust me?" Suddenly, you're the one apologizing, scrambling to prove you're not the bad guy. That's the genius of this question. It shifts the spotlight from their actions to your doubts. The Stoics would see right through this. Epictetus taught us to focus on what's in our control, our thoughts, our actions, our responses. When someone asks, "You trust me, right?" they're trying to control your emotions, to make you feel guilty for questioning them. But trust isn't demanded, it's earned. And anyone who needs to ask this question is already waving a red flag. So, how do you respond? Channel your inner Stoic. Stay calm, stay centered, and say something like, "Trust is built on actions, not words. Can you clarify what's going on?" This puts the ball back in their court without you falling into their trap. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Question. Why can't you just let it go? This one's a sneaky little landmine. It sounds so reasonable, so pleading, as if they're begging for peace. Why can't you just let it go? They ask, maybe with a sigh or a shake of their head. But beneath the surface, this question is a masterclass in deflection. They're not asking you to move on. They're asking you to ignore the truth. Imagine this. You confront a coworker about taking credit for your work. Instead of owning up, they roll their eyes and say, "Why can't you just let it go? It's not a big deal." Or in a family dispute, you bring up a hurtful comment, and they brush it off with, "Come on, why are you still hung up on that?" The message is clear. Your feelings don't matter. Your concerns are trivial, and if you keep pushing, you're the one making things difficult. This tactic is as old as time. The ancient Romans dealt with it, too. Seneca warned that manipulators thrive on making you doubt your own judgment. By framing your valid concerns as an inability to let go, they shift the blame onto you. But here's the thing. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring injustice. It means choosing your battles wisely, not pretending they don't exist. A Stoic would respond by staying grounded in reason. Try this. I'm not holding on to it, I'm addressing it. Can we talk about what happened? This keeps the focus on the issue, not your emotions. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Question. Are you sure that's what happened? This question is a subtle gut punch. It's delivered with just enough doubt to make you second-guess your own memory. Are you sure that's what happened? They ask, tilting their head, maybe raising an eyebrow. Suddenly, you're replaying the moment in your mind, wondering if you got it wrong. This is gaslighting at its finest, making you question your reality until you're no longer sure what's true. Picture a scenario. You catch a friend lying about where they were last night. When you call them out, they don't deny it outright. Instead, they say, "Are you sure that's what I said? I don't remember it like that." Before you know it, you're doubting your own recollection, apologizing for the misunderstanding. Manipulators love this question because it's a low-effort way to erode your confidence. They don't need to prove you wrong, they just need you to doubt yourself. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. A Stoic wouldn't take the bait. They'd trust their own reasoning and stand firm. Next time someone tries this, respond with, "I'm clear on what happened. Can you explain your version?" This forces them to justify their story without you getting lost in self-doubt. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Question. What did I ever do to you? This one's the grand finale. The manipulator's trump card. What did I ever do to you? They ask, their voice dripping with hurt, as if they're the victim. It's a brilliant move because it flips the script entirely. Suddenly, you're the one on trial, defending yourself against an imagined offense. This question is designed to make you feel guilty, to make you question whether you're being unfair, even when you're the one who's been wronged. Think back to a time when you confronted someone, a boss, a partner, a friend, about something they did. Instead of addressing it, they turned it around with, "What did I ever do to you?" It's disorienting, isn't it? You start wondering if you're overreacting, if you're the one who's out of line. But that's exactly what they want. They're deflecting accountability by playing the victim. Seneca's wisdom cuts through this fog. You must endure what you cannot change, and change what you cannot endure. A Stoic doesn't get sucked into the emotional vortex. They stay focused on the facts. If someone pulls this card, try this. This isn't about what you did to me, it's about what you did. Period. Let's talk about that. This keeps the conversation on track and exposes their tactic for what it is. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Wrapping it up. These 5 questions. Why are you being so sensitive? You trust me, right? Why can't you just let it go? Are you sure that's what happened? And, what did I ever do to you? Are more than just words. They're tools of manipulation, designed to make you doubt yourself, apologize for things you didn't do, and hand over your power. But you don't have to play their game. The Stoics teach us to stay grounded in reason, to trust our own perception, and to respond with calm clarity. By recognizing these questions for what they are, you can disarm the liar and reclaim your truth. So, the next time someone tries to pull you into their web, pause, take a breath, and remember, you're not the one who's weak, they're the one who's afraid of your strength. What's one question you've heard that made you doubt yourself? Drop it in the comments below, and let's unpack it together. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more lessons on navigating life with wisdom and resilience. We've just uncovered how liars use questions like, "Why are you being so sensitive?" to twist your reality and make you doubt your own instincts. Now, let's dive deeper into their playbook, peeling back the layers of 2 more dangerous questions designed to trap you in their game. These aren't just words, they're carefully crafted tools to shift the spotlight, dodge accountability, and keep you off balance. But with the Stoics as our guide, we'll learn how to spot these tactics, stay grounded, and turn the tables with calm, unshakable clarity. Ready to arm yourself with wisdom? Let's keep going. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Imagine you're standing at a crossroads in a conversation, the air thick with unspoken tension. Someone leans in, their voice soft, almost pleading, and asks, "You trust me, right?" It feels like a warm hand extended, a call for connection. But don't be fooled, this isn't an invitation to trust. It's a demand, a manipulator's way of saying, stop thinking, stop questioning, just hand over your faith. It's as if they're asking you to unlock the door to your mind and let them walk right in. No questions asked. Think back to a moment when this question caught you off guard. Maybe it was a business partner who dodged your request to see the financials, flashing a smile and saying, "Come on, you trust me, right?" Or perhaps a loved one who brushed off your concerns about a late-night text, their eyes wide with mock hurt. "What? You don't trust me?" In that split second, you feel the pressure to nod, to agree, to prove you're not the suspicious one. But here's the truth. Anyone who demands trust instead of earning it is already showing their cards. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, warned us. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Manipulators thrive on this. They use, "You trust me, right?" to silence your curiosity, to make caution feel like betrayal. They want you to believe that asking for proof is disloyal, that questioning their actions is a personal attack. But caution isn't betrayal, it's wisdom. It's the quiet strength of someone who knows trust isn't a gift to be handed out under pressure, it's a fortress built brick by brick through consistent, honest actions. Picture a sturdy stone wall, each block laid with care over time. Truth, reliability, transparency. That's what real trust looks like. A trustworthy person doesn't need to beg for your faith. Their actions speak louder than any words ever could. Day after day, their consistency builds a foundation so solid you can't help but feel secure. But when someone demands trust with this question, they're not building that wall. They're asking you to ignore the cracks in their story. They're not offering trust, they're demanding blind faith. And blind faith? That's the fertile soil where betrayal takes root. So, how would a Stoic respond? They'd lean on apatheia, the Stoic principle of keeping emotions in check and letting reason lead the way. When someone hits you with, "You trust me, right?" don't let the pressure pull you under. Pause. Take a slow, Deliberate breath. Look them in the eye and say, "Trust is earned through actions, not words. Can you clarify what's going on?" It's a simple response, but it's like flipping a mirror in their face. Suddenly, the spotlight is back on them, where it belongs. A liar might stammer, deflect, or lash out, but someone with integrity? They'll keep proving their worth through their actions, not their words. Let's paint a real-world picture. Imagine a friend who borrowed money, promising to pay it back soon. Weeks pass, and when you ask for an update, they hit you with, "You trust me, right?" The old you might have backed down, feeling guilty for even asking. But the Stoic you stand firm, responding, "I'd like to see a plan for repayment. Can you share that?" That one line shifts the dynamic. You're not accusing, you're asserting your right to clarity. And that's a power manipulators can't stand. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Question. Are you accusing me of something? This question is like a magician's sleight of hand, quick, clever, and designed to make you forget what you saw. You notice something off. Maybe it's a discrepancy in a project timeline at work, or a strange vibe in a personal conversation. You ask a simple question to clarify, and suddenly, the tables turn. Are you accusing me of something? They snap, their tone sharp, their face a mix of shock and indignation. In an instant, you're no longer the one seeking answers, you're the villain, forced to defend yourself. Have you ever felt that sting? You raise a concern, say, about a coworker taking credit for your idea, and instead of addressing it, they fire back, "Wait, are you accusing me of stealing?" Or maybe you ask your partner why they've been secretive with their phone, and they counter with, "What, you think I'm hiding something?" Before you know it, you're scrambling to explain yourself, saying, No, I didn't mean it like that." And just like that, your power slips away. The conversation isn't about their behavior anymore, it's about your supposed overreach. This tactic is pure deflection. A verbal judo move to flip the frame and put you on trial. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, knew this game well. He wrote, "The best answer to anger is silence." But in Stoicism, silence isn't surrender, it's strategy. It's refusing to play on someone else's terms. Think of a courtroom drama. If the guilty party can make the judge apologize, the whole case collapses. That's exactly what this question is designed to do. Derail your pursuit of truth by making you feel guilty for asking. Let's set the scene. Imagine a boss confronted about missing funds in a project budget. You ask, calmly, why the numbers don't add up. Instead of answering, they lean forward, eyes narrowing, and say, "Are you accusing me of something?" The old you might rush to smooth things over, stammering, "No, I'm just trying to understand." But the Stoic you don't take the bait. You hold your ground, letting the silence stretch for a moment, 2, maybe 3 seconds. Then, with steady eye contact, you reply, "Should I be?" Those 3 words are like a verbal mirror, reflecting the pressure back where it belongs. This response works because it's calm, direct, and piercing. Liars expect you to panic, to backpedal, to fill the silence with apologies. They're not prepared for your composure. In that moment, you're not just dodging their trap, you're exposing it. A person with nothing to hide might pause, reflect, and offer clarity. But a manipulator? They'll squirm, change the subject, or double down with more deflection. And that's when you see the mask slip. Let's ground this in another example. Picture a friend who's been dodging plans, always with vague excuses. You ask, "Hey, is everything okay? You've been hard to reach." Instead of explaining, they bristle and say, "What, are you accusing me of avoiding you?" The Stoic response? You wait a beat, then say, "I'm not accusing you. I'm noticing a pattern. Can you explain what's going on?" This keeps the focus on their behavior, not your question. It's a subtle but powerful way to reclaim control of the conversation. Blank. Underscore. Blank. These questions, "You trust me, right?" and "Are you accusing me of something?" are like hidden traps in a forest, waiting to snag the unwary. But with the Stoics' wisdom, you can spot them from a mile away. Trust is earned, not demanded. Questions are meant to clarify, not deflect. By staying calm, staying centered, and responding with reason, you can turn the tables on any manipulator. So, what's next? We've got 2 more questions to unpack, each one sneakier than the last. Stick with me for the next part, where we'll dive into how liars use your own doubts against you, and how to shut them down for good. Drop a comment below. Have you ever faced one of these questions? How did you handle it? And if this is hitting home, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs it, and subscribe to keep sharpening your mind. Let's keep going. We've just unraveled how questions like, "You trust me, right?" and "Are you accusing me of something?" are designed to flip the script, turning your pursuit of truth into a defensive scramble. Now, let's step into the final two traps in the liar's arsenal. Questions so cunning they can make you doubt your own reality or exhaust you into silence. These are the manipulator's last-ditch efforts to dodge accountability. But with the Stoics' timeless wisdom, we'll learn how to see through the performance, stand firm, and keep the truth in focus. Let's dive in and expose these tactics for what they are. Blank. Blank. Question. Would I ever lie to you? Imagine this. You're standing face to face with someone you thought you knew. You've noticed something off, a hidden message, a dodged question, a story that doesn't quite add up. You ask about it, and instead of clarity, you get a soft, almost wounded tone. Would I ever lie to you? The words hit like a velvet glove, gentle but heavy, designed to make you feel like the villain for even doubting them. But let's pause and peel back the curtain. Why would someone need to ask this question unless they felt you were inches away from uncovering the truth? This isn't just a question, it's a performance. Picture a stage, a spotlight, and the manipulator playing the role of the noble, misunderstood hero. Their voice trembles slightly, their eyes wide with feigned hurt, as if your doubt is a personal betrayal. But don't be swayed by the theatrics. Would I ever lie to you? Isn't about honesty, it's about guilt. It's a calculated move to make you feel cruel for questioning, to silence your instincts and hand them the one thing they crave, blind trust. Have you ever felt that pang of guilt, that urge to apologize for doubting someone, even when your gut screamed something was wrong? Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, cuts through this fog with razor-sharp clarity. If it is not true, do not say it. If it is not right, do not do it. A person of integrity doesn't need to proclaim their honesty like a banner waving in the wind. Their actions, steady, consistent, transparent, build trust day after day, without fanfare. But when someone leans on this question, they're not proving their truthfulness, they're dodging scrutiny. Think about it. The partner who hides their phone but insists, "Would I ever lie to you?" The coworker who fumbles over a missed deadline, then pleads, "Come on, you know I'd never lie." The louder they proclaim their innocence, the more you should wonder what's hiding in the shadows. So, how does a Stoic respond? They don't take the bait. They don't rush to reassure or backpedal. Instead, they wield calm clarity like a shield. The next time someone asks, "Would I ever lie to you?" take a beat. Let the silence stretch, heavy and deliberate. Then, with a steady gaze, reply, "That's not the question. The question is, would I know if you did?" It's a simple line, but it's like switching on a floodlight in a dark room. Suddenly, the shadows where the liar hides have nowhere to go. This response shifts the power back to you, forcing them to face their own words. A truthful person won't flinch, they'll welcome the chance to clarify. But a manipulator? They'll squirm, deflect, or double down, and that's when you'll see the mask slip. Let's paint a picture. Imagine confronting a friend about a rumor they spread. They lean in, voice soft, and say, "Would I ever lie to you?" The old you might have wavered, mumbling an apology to smooth things over. But the Stoic you pause, hold their gaze, and say, "I'm not questioning your character, I'm questioning the facts. Can you clear this up?" That shift in focus, from their performance to the truth, disarms their tactic. Honest people don't fear questions, only liars do. So never mistake a well-acted show of innocence for the steady light of truth. Blank. Blank. Question. Can't we just move on? This is the liar's final card. The desperation play when all else fails. Picture a moment when you're close to the truth. Maybe you've called out a betrayal, a broken promise, or a pattern that doesn't add up. The manipulator, cornered, lets out a weary sigh and says, "Can't we just move on?" It sounds so reasonable, so pleading, like they're begging for peace. But don't be fooled. This isn't about resolution, it's about escape. It's a plea to bury the truth before it sees the light of day. Think about it. Have you ever heard this question when you were pushing for answers? Maybe a company caught in a scandal urges employees, let's not dwell on the past, let's focus on the future. Or a partner exposed in a lie brushes it off with, why keep dragging this up? Can't we just move forward? On the surface, it feels like a call for healing, a chance to leave the pain behind. But dig deeper, and you'll see it for what it is, a demand for silence. They're not asking you to heal, they're asking you to stop digging. They want you too tired, too worn down, to keep seeking the truth. This tactic works because lies don't always survive through cleverness, they survive through exhaustion. The liar doesn't need to outsmart you, they just need you to give up. But the Stoics? They never tire in the pursuit of truth. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Notice he doesn't add, unless it's inconvenient. For a Stoic, truth has no expiration date. It doesn't fade just because someone wants to move on. It's like a fire that keeps burning, no matter how much someone tries to smother it. Picture a real-life scenario. A friend who betrayed your trust begs, can't we just move on? I said I'm sorry. Or a leader dodging accountability for a mistake says, let's not get stuck in the past. In both cases, the plea isn't for closure, it's for a free pass. They want to bury what festers in the dark, hoping you'll let it go before the truth comes to light. But moving on doesn't mean ignoring what's broken, it means addressing it, understanding it, and only then choosing how to proceed. So, how does a Stoic respond? Not with anger or endless debate, but with steady, unshakable resolve. When someone pleads, can't we just move on? Take a deep breath and center yourself. Then, with calm authority, say, I'll move on when the truth is clear. Can we address what happened first? This response is like planting your feet firmly on the ground, refusing to be swept away by their emotional current. It keeps the focus on the issue, not their attempt to dodge it. A truthful person will engage, even if it's uncomfortable. A liar? They'll flinch, deflect, or try to guilt you further. And that's when you know you're on the right track. These final two questions, would I ever lie to you? And, can't we just move on? Are the manipulator's last line of defense, designed to guilt you into silence or exhaust you into surrender. But with the Stoic's wisdom, you can see through the performance and hold fast to the truth. You don't need to shout or argue, you just need to stay calm, clear, and resolute. The liar thrives in the fog of doubt, but your clarity is the light that exposes them. So, what's next? We've now unpacked all 5 questions. But the journey doesn't end here. Drop a comment below. Have you ever faced one of these manipulative questions? How did you respond? If this video has sharpened your perspective, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more tools to navigate life with wisdom and strength. Let's keep shining the light on truth together. We've just exposed how liars use questions like, would I ever lie to you? And, can't we just move on? To dodge accountability and wear you down. Now, let's bring it all together, arming you with the Stoic mindset to stand unshakable against these tactics. In this final part, we'll unpack how to respond when manipulators try to rush you into silence. And we'll reveal the ultimate Stoic secret to breaking free from their games. This isn't just about dodging traps, it's about reclaiming your power with calm, clear, and unbreakable resolve. Let's finish strong. Blank. Blank. Standing firm. The Stoic response to, can't we just move on? Picture this. You're in a heated moment, pressing for answers about a lie or a betrayal. The manipulator, sensing the walls closing in, lets out a heavy sigh and says, can't we just move on? It feels like a plea for peace, but it's a last-ditch effort to escape the truth. When you refuse to be rushed, when you anchor yourself in clarity, you deliver a powerful response. I'll move on when the truth is clear. Can we address what happened first? This single sentence is like planting a flag in the ground. It tells the liar you won't be swept away by their urgency. Your peace isn't built on fatigue or avoidance, it's built on honesty. Liars thrive on your exhaustion, betting you'll give up before they have to face the consequences. But when you stand firm, refusing to let their pressure dictate your pace, their game starts to crumble. Imagine a chessboard where they expect you to make a hasty move, only for you to pause, assess, and counter with precision. That's the Stoic way, calm, deliberate, and unstoppable. Moving on isn't about speed, it's about truth. Only when the fog of deception clears can real peace take root. The Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that rushing past the truth only buries it, letting it fester in the shadows. By holding your ground, you're not just resisting manipulation, you're claiming your right to clarity. And that's a power no liar can withstand. Blank. Underscore. Blank. The battlefield of manipulation. Emotion versus reason. Manipulators don't fight with facts or logic, they fight with emotion. Their goal is to throw you off balance, to make you feel guilty for asking questions, to shame you for noticing cracks in their story. They'll call you too sensitive when your instincts pick up danger. They'll accuse you of betrayal when you demand trust be earned. And when all else fails, they'll try to exhaust you until you're too weary to keep digging for the truth. That's their battlefield, not reason, but emotion. And it's exactly where Stoicism becomes your shield. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, gave us a simple but profound truth. Some things are in our control. Others are not. This single distinction is your key to freedom. When a manipulator tries to guilt you, remember, their feelings are not your responsibility. When they shame you for being too sensitive, know that your awareness is a strength, not a weakness. And when they push you to move on before the truth is clear, recognize that time is neutral. Truth doesn't have a deadline. By focusing on what's in your control, your thoughts, your responses, your pursuit of clarity, you become untouchable. Picture yourself in a storm. The wind howls, rain lashes against you, and thunder roars in the distance. Yet, at your core, you stand unmoved, steady as a mountain. That's the Stoic state of mind, calm when others spiral, clear when others are blinded by chaos. Manipulators rely on your reaction to fuel their game. They need you to panic, to argue, to lose your footing. But here's the secret they don't expect. Their weapon only works if you give them your reaction. Take that away, and their power shatters like glass. Blank. Underscore. Blank. The Stoics' secret weapon: silence, observation, and detachment. So, how do you wield this Stoic shield? It starts with mastering 3 tools: silence, observation, and detachment. Silence isn't weakness, it's strength. When a manipulator tries to bait you with accusations or pleas, don't rush to fill the silence. Let it linger, heavy and deliberate, as you hold their gaze. That pause alone can unsettle them, revealing more than their words ever will. Observation is your power. The Stoic doesn't react impulsively, they watch. They listen. They notice. When someone tries to twist your perception, ask yourself, is this within my control, or outside of it? This simple question cuts through the emotional fog, grounding you in reason. It's like holding a sword of clarity, steady and sharp, ready to slice through deception. Detachment is your liberation. By refusing to let a manipulator's tactics pull you into their emotional storm, you reclaim your freedom. You don't need to shout or fight to win, you just need to stay centered. The next time someone tries to guilt you, shame you, or rush you, pause, breathe, and respond with calm precision. I'm not reacting, I'm observing. Let's focus on the truth. Blank. Underscore. Blank. The Stoic warrior's path. You now hold the keys to unmasking the 5 dangerous questions liars use to manipulate. Why are you being so sensitive? You trust me, right? Are you accusing me of something? Would I ever lie to you? And, can't we just move on? Each one is a trap. A move on the manipulator's chessboard, designed to make you doubt, apologize, or surrender. But you're no longer a pawn, you're the player. The Stoics, Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, knew a timeless truth. The person who sees clearly is dangerous. Not because they're violent, but because they cannot be controlled. You're not cruel for having standards. You're not harsh for seeking truth. You're not weak for noticing deception. You're awake, and in a world full of shadows, the awake are unstoppable. So, walk as a Stoic warrior, calm, observant, unshakable. The next time a manipulator tries to pull you into their game, don't react, don't panic, simply stand in your truth. Let their tactics crumble, and watch the liar reveal themselves. What's one moment when you caught a manipulative question in action? Drop it in the comments below. And let's break it down together. If this video has armed you with new tools to navigate life's challenges, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the Stoic Habit for more lessons on living with wisdom and strength. Choose clarity, choose reason, and never let anyone dim your light. We've just revisited how liars use questions like, "Why are you being so sensitive?" and "You trust me, right?" to plant doubt and shift the spotlight onto you. Now, let's dive deeper into the manipulator's playbook, unpacking two more of their cunning questions. "You trust me, right?" and "Are you accusing me of something?" These aren't just words. They're traps designed to make you question your instincts and hand over your power. But with Stoic wisdom, you'll learn to spot these tactics, respond with calm precision, and keep the truth in focus. Let's step into the arena and turn the tables on deception. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Question. You trust me, right? Imagine you're standing at a crossroads in a conversation. The air charged with an unspoken challenge. Someone leans in, their voice soft and pleading, their eyes wide with feigned sincerity. You trust me, right? It feels like a warm invitation to connect, a test of your loyalty. But don't be fooled, this isn't a question. It's a cage, carefully crafted to lock you in guilt while they slip away from accountability. Have you ever felt that pressure? That sudden urge to nod and reassure, even when your gut whispers something's wrong? This question is a manipulator's masterstroke. It's not about building trust, it's about demanding blind faith. Picture a locked door to a fortress, one you've built with care to protect your peace. When someone asks, "You trust me, right?" they're not knocking politely. They're demanding the keys to your mind, urging you to open the gate without proof. They're saying, "Don't think, don't question, just let me in." But anyone who demands trust instead of earning it has already shown their hand. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, saw through this tactic centuries ago. He warned, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Manipulators wield this question to shut down your curiosity, to make caution feel like betrayal. They want you to believe that asking for proof is disloyal, that doubting their words makes you the villain. But caution isn't betrayal, it's wisdom. Think of a business partner who dodges your request to see the financials, leaning in with a smile. "Come on, you trust me, right?" Or a loved one who hides their phone, then pleads, "Don't you trust me?" They're not building a bridge of trust. They're asking you to leap blindly into the fog, where betrayal often lurks. So, how does a Stoic respond? They lean on apatheia, the art of keeping reason above emotion. When someone hits you with, "You trust me, right?" don't let the pressure pull you under. Pause. Take a slow, deliberate breath, letting the silence stretch like a taut bowstring. Then, with calm clarity, say, "Trust is earned through consistency, not demanded. Can you clarify what's going on?" This response is like flipping a mirror in their face, reflecting the spotlight back onto their actions. A liar might stumble, deflect, or lash out, their mask slipping under the weight of your words. But a person of integrity? They'll keep proving their worth through actions, not pleas. Picture this. A friend borrows money, promising to repay soon. Weeks pass, and when you ask for an update, they hit you with, "You trust me, right?" The old you might have backed down, feeling guilty for asking. But the Stoic you stand firm, responding, "I'd like to see a plan for repayment. Can you share that?" That simple shift, from reacting to redirecting, disarms their tactic. Trust isn't a gift handed out under pressure, it's a fortress built stone by stone through time, truth, and consistency. And the Stoic never surrenders that fortress lightly. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Question. Are you accusing me of something? This question is a manipulator's sleight of hand, as quick and sharp as a blade. You notice something off, a discrepancy in a story, a behavior that doesn't add up. You ask a simple question, seeking clarity, and then, like a whip crack, they fire back. Are you accusing me of something? Suddenly, the tables turn. You're no longer the one seeking answers, you're the villain, forced to defend yourself. Sound familiar? It's like stepping into a courtroom where you're suddenly on trial, the spotlight burning down on you instead of their actions. This tactic is pure deflection. designed to flip the frame and put you on the defensive. Imagine a coworker who took credit for your work. You ask about it, and they snap. What? Are you accusing me of stealing your idea? Or a partner caught in a lie about their whereabouts. Countering with, are you saying I'm cheating? Before you know it, you're backpedaling, stammering, no, that's not what I meant. In that moment, you've lost your power. The conversation isn't about their behavior anymore, it's about your supposed overreach. Marcus Aurelius knew this game well. He wrote, "The best answer to anger is silence." But in Stoicism, silence isn't surrender, it's strategy. It's refusing to play on the manipulator's terms. Picture a courtroom where the guilty party tries to make the judge apologize. If they succeed, the trial collapses. That's exactly what this question aims to do. Derail your pursuit of truth by making you feel guilty for asking. So, how do you respond? With stillness, with composure, like a warrior standing firm in the chaos. The next time someone snaps, "Are you accusing me of something?" Don't rush to fill the silence. Hold your ground, maintain eye contact, letting the tension build for 2, maybe 3 seconds. Then, with a voice steady as stone, say, "Should I be?" Those 3 words are a verbal jujitsu move, flipping the pressure back where it belongs. They pierce the manipulator's mask because liars expect panic, they don't expect power. A truthful person might pause, reflect, and offer clarity, but a manipulator? They'll squirm, change the subject, or double down, revealing more than they intended. Let's ground this in a real-world example. Imagine confronting a boss about missing funds in a project budget. You ask why the numbers don't add up, and they bristle. Are you accusing me of something? The Stoic you doesn't flinch. You wait a beat, then reply, I'm not accusing, I'm asking for clarity. Can you explain the discrepancy? This keeps the focus on the truth, not their deflection. It's a subtle but powerful way to reclaim control, ensuring the conversation stays on track. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Closing the loop. The power of Stoic clarity. These questions, "You trust me, right?" and "Are you accusing me of something?" are like hidden snares in a forest, waiting to trip the unwary. But with the Stoics' wisdom, you can spot them from a mile away. Trust is earned, not demanded. Questions are meant to clarify, not deflect. By staying calm, pausing deliberately, and responding with reason, you turn the manipulator's tactics against them. You don't need to argue or shout, you just need to stand in your truth. Unshakable as a mountain. What's one moment when you felt a question was more than it seemed? Drop it in the comments below, along with, "I choose clarity," to affirm your commitment to truth. If this video has given you tools to navigate life's deceptions, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the Stoic Habit for more lessons on living with wisdom and strength. The liar's game only works if you play by their rules, so choose your own. Choose clarity, choose reason, and never let anyone steal your power. We've just uncovered how manipulators use questions like, "You trust me, right?" and "Are you accusing me of something?" to flip the script and dodge accountability. Now, let's dive into the final 2 questions in their arsenal. Are you accusing me of something? Would I ever lie to you? And can't we just move on? These are the liar's last-ditch efforts to derail your pursuit of truth. Wrapped in guilt, deflection, and exhaustion, but with the Stoics' wisdom, you'll learn to see through their performance, respond with unshakable clarity, and keep the spotlight on the truth. Let's step into the final act and break their game wide open. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Question. Are you accusing me of something? Picture this. You've noticed something off, a story that doesn't add up, a behavior that raises red flags. You ask a simple question, seeking clarity, and suddenly, the air shifts. Are you accusing me of something? They snap, their tone sharp, their face a mask of indignation. In an instant, you're no longer the one asking questions, you're the one on trial. Sound familiar? It's like being pulled into a courtroom where you're suddenly the defendant, forced to defend your right to even ask. This question isn't about understanding, it's about deflection. A clever shield to turn your search for truth into an attack you must justify. Have you ever felt that jolt? Maybe you confronted a coworker about taking credit for your work, and they fired back, "What, are you accusing me of stealing?" Or perhaps you asked a partner about secretive behavior, only to hear, "Are you saying I'm cheating?" Before you know it, you're backpedaling, stammering, "No, no, that's not what I meant." That's the power of this question, it flips the frame, putting you on the defensive while their actions slip out of focus. But the Stoic? They don't take the bait. They know truth doesn't panic, and wisdom doesn't apologize for observation. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, gave us a timeless strategy. The best answer to anger is silence. But this silence isn't surrender, it's power. It's the quiet strength of refusing to play the manipulator's game. Imagine a courtroom where the guilty party tries to make the judge apologize. If they succeed, the trial collapses. That's exactly what this question is designed to do. Derail your pursuit of truth by making you feel guilty for asking. So, how do you respond? With stillness, like a warrior standing firm in a storm. When someone snaps, "Are you accusing me of something?" Don't rush to fill the silence. Hold their gaze. Let the tension build for 2, maybe 3 seconds. Then say, "Should I be?" Those 3 words are like a mirror, reflecting the pressure back where it belongs. This response is pure Stoic precision. Liars expect you to panic, to scramble, to apologize. They don't expect your calm power. A truthful person might pause, reflect, and offer clarity, but a manipulator? They'll squirm, deflect, or lash out, revealing more than they intended. Picture this. You confront a boss about missing funds in a project budget. You ask why the numbers don't align, and they bristle. "Are you accusing me of something?" The Stoic you doesn't flinch. You wait a beat, then reply, "I'm not accusing, I'm seeking clarity. Can you explain the discrepancy?" This keeps the conversation on the truth, not their deflection, and shifts the power back to you. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Question. Would I ever lie to you? This question is poison wrapped in velvet, delivered with a tender, almost wounded tone. Would I ever lie to you? It feels like a plea, as if your doubt has cut them to the core. But let's cut through the act. Why would someone need to ask this unless they sensed you were dangerously close to the truth? This isn't a question, it's theater. A performance designed to paint them as noble and you as cruel for daring to question their integrity. It's not about honesty, it's about guilt. A calculated move to make you silence your instincts and hand over blind trust. Think back to a moment when this question hit you. Maybe a partner hid their messages, then leaned in with, "Would I ever lie to you?" Or a colleague dodged accountability for a mistake, insisting, "Come on, you know I'd never lie." The more they proclaim their innocence, the louder your inner alarm should ring. Seneca's wisdom slices through this. If it is not true, do not say it. If it is not right, do not do it. A person of integrity doesn't need to convince you they're incapable of lying. Their actions speak day after day. Steady and clear, without the need for fanfare. Picture a stage, the manipulator in the spotlight, playing the role of the wronged hero. Their voice trembles, their eyes plead, but it's all a show to make you feel guilty for doubting. If they can make you apologize for your instincts, you'll stop asking questions, and that's exactly what they want. But the Stoic knows truth doesn't flinch under scrutiny. So, how do you respond? Don't take the bait. Don't rush to reassure. Instead, pause. Let the silence do its work. And say, "That's not the question. The question is, would I know if you did?" This response is like flipping on a floodlight, banishing the shadows where liars hide. Honest people don't fear questions, only liars do. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Question. Can't we just move on? This is the liar's final card. The desperation play when denial and distraction fail. Can't we just move on? They ask, their voice heavy with exhaustion, as if they're begging for peace. On the surface, it sounds like a call for closure, a chance to leave the pain behind. But look deeper. This isn't about resolution, it's about escape. They're saying, I don't want accountability. I don't want to face the truth. I just need you too tired to keep digging. Have you ever felt that weariness? That temptation to let it go just to end the fight? This tactic works because lies often survive not through cunning but through exhaustion. The liar doesn't need to outsmart you, they just need you to give up. Picture a company caught in a scandal. Its leaders pleading, let's not dwell on the past, let's focus on the future. Or a spouse exposed in betrayal, sighing, Why keep talking about it? Let's move forward. In both cases, the plea isn't for healing, it's for silence. A bid to bury what festers in the dark. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Truth has no expiration date, no matter how much someone wants to move on. So, how does a Stoic respond? Not with rage or endless debate, but with steady resolve. When someone pleads, can't we just move on? Take a deep breath and center yourself. Then, with calm authority, say, I'll move on when the truth is clear. Can we address what happened first? This response is like planting your feet firmly on the ground, refusing to be swept away by their emotional current. A truthful person will engage, even if it's uncomfortable. A liar? They'll flinch, deflect, or try to guilt you further. And that's when you know you're on the right track. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Stand in your truth. These final questions. Are you accusing me of something? Would I ever lie to you? And, can't we just move on? Are the manipulator's last line of defense? Designed to guilt you, deflect your questions, or exhaust you into silence. But with Stoic clarity, you can see through their tactics and stand firm. You don't need to shout or fight, just pause, observe, and respond with reason. The liar thrives in the fog of doubt, but your clarity is the light that exposes them. Drop I choose clarity in the comments below to affirm your commitment to truth. If this video has sharpened your defenses, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the Stoic Habit for more tools to navigate life with wisdom and strength. Let's keep standing tall in the truth. We've just dissected how manipulators use questions like, are you accusing me of something? And, can't we just move on? To dodge accountability and exhaust your resolve. Now, let's bring it all together, anchoring you in the Stoic mindset that turns their tactics to dust. In this final chapter, we'll explore how to stand firm in truth, wield silence as strength, and walk away as an unshakable Stoic warrior. This isn't just about dodging lies, it's about reclaiming your power with calm, clear, and relentless clarity. Let's close this journey with a fire that no manipulator can extinguish. Blank. Underscore. Blank. Standing firm. The Stoic response to exhaustion. Imagine you're in a tense moment, pressing for answers about a lie or betrayal. The manipulator, cornered, sighs heavily and pleads, can't we just move on? You respond with a single, powerful sentence. I'll move on when the truth is clear. Can we address what happened first? It's like planting a flag in the ground, unshaken by their pressure. This response tells the liar you cannot be rushed, that your peace is built on clarity, not exhaustion. Liars thrive on wearing you down, betting you'll give up before they face the consequences. But when you refuse to surrender, standing calmly in certainty, their game collapses. Picture a chessboard where the manipulator expects you to make a hasty move, only for you to pause, assess, and counter with precision. Moving on isn't about speed, it's about honesty. Only when the truth is faced, like sunlight breaking through a storm, can real peace take root. The Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that rushing past the truth only buries it, letting it fester in the shadows. By holding your ground, you're not just resisting manipulation, you're claiming your right to clarity. A power that makes liars tremble. Blank. Underscore. Blank. The manipulator's battlefield. Emotion versus reason. Manipulators don't fight with facts or logic, they wage war on your emotions. Their goal is to throw you off balance, to make you feel guilty for asking questions, to shame you for noticing cracks in their story. They'll call you too sensitive when your instincts spot danger, accuse you of betrayal when you demand trust be earned, and exhaust you until you're too weary to keep seeking the truth. That's their battlefield, not reason, but emotion. Have you ever felt that pull? That urge to apologize or back down just to end the tension? That's exactly what they want. This is where Stoicism becomes your shield. Epictetus taught us a simple yet profound truth. Some things are in our control, others are not. This distinction is your foundation for freedom. When a manipulator tries to guilt you, remember, their feelings are not your responsibility. When they shame you for being too sensitive, know that your awareness is a strength, not a weakness. And when they push you to move on before the truth is clear, Recognize that time is neutral. Truth doesn't have a deadline. By focusing on what's in your control, your thoughts, your responses, your pursuit of clarity, you become untouchable. Imagine standing in a raging storm. Winds howl, rain lashes, and thunder roars, but you remain steady, like a lighthouse rooted in stone. That's the Stoic state of mind, calm when others spiral, clear when others are blinded by chaos. Manipulators rely on your reaction to fuel their game. They need you to panic, argue, or crumble under pressure. But here's the secret they never expect. Their weapon only works if you give them your reaction. Take that away, and their power shatters like glass against a rock. Blank. Underscore. Blank. The Stoics' arsenal: silence, observation, and detachment. So, how do you wield this Stoic shield? It comes down to 3 tools: silence, observation, and detachment. Silence is your strength. When a manipulator tries to bait you with accusations or pleas, don't rush to fill the void. Let the silence stretch, heavy and deliberate, as you hold their gaze. That pause alone can unsettle them, revealing cracks in their facade. Observation is your power. The Stoic doesn't react impulsively, they watch. They listen. They notice. Ask yourself, is this within my control, or outside of it? This simple question cuts through the emotional fog, grounding you in reason like a compass in a storm. Detachment is your liberation. By refusing to let a manipulator's tactics pull you into their emotional whirlwind, you reclaim your freedom. Picture yourself as a warrior, holding a sword of reason steady in the chaos. When someone tries to guilt you, shame you, or rush you, don't react. Breathe, center yourself, then respond with calm precision. I'm not reacting, I'm observing. Let's focus on the truth. This approach disarms their tactics, keeping the spotlight on their actions, not your emotions. Blank. Underscore. Blank. The Stoic warrior's victory. You now hold the keys to unmasking the 5 dangerous questions liars use to manipulate. Why are you being so sensitive? You trust me, right? Are you accusing me of something? Would I ever lie to you? And, can't we just move on? Each is a move on their chessboard. A trap to make you doubt, apologize, or surrender. But you're no longer a pawn, you're the player. The Stoics, Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, knew a timeless truth. The person who sees clearly is dangerous. Not because they're violent, but because they cannot be controlled. You're not cruel for having standards. You're not harsh for seeking truth. You're not weak for noticing deception. You're awake, and in a world of shadows, the awake are feared. So, walk as a Stoic warrior, calm, observant, unshakable. The next time a manipulator tries to pull you into their game, pause, observe, and respond with reason. Let their tactics crumble under the weight of your clarity. Drop "I choose clarity" in the comments below to affirm your commitment to truth. If this video has armed you with new tools, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the Stoic Habit for more lessons to fortify your mind and spirit. Choose clarity, choose reason, and never let anyone dim your light.